Hey everyone, this is Jeanette, and I thank you for joining me this evening. I am trying out a new video camera, so this is just going to be a really quick video just to see how well this camera does. I wanted to share this card with you that I did. It is a tri-shelf card, and this is what it looks like when it's opened up. And this is what I'm going to show you today. I'm just going to show you the basics of making this card. I'm going to show you how to score it, how to cut it, and how to fold it, and then I'll leave the decorating up to you. So let's get started. Some of the product that I used on this card, I used this paper pack. It is by Cloud 9. It's a double-sided paper pack, and it's called Luster, I think. I used the little dies that came with it. I used this stamping set by Heidi Grace, and it is called Wild Daisy Road. I used my Forever Faithful Stays On. I love my Timber Brown Stays On pad. I use it for almost everything. And I used a Versa Magic Cloud 9 ink pad. I used an old stamp set from Stampin' Up, and this is called the Elegant Greetings. And I used several different punches. I used the Fiskars Threading Water. I used the Fiskars Round, the little doily looking punch on 4 inches. And I used a Marvy scallop punch. So here we go with the basics. The first thing that I did was I cut a piece of cardstock measuring at 5.5 by 12 inches, and then I went ahead and I used my score pal to score it. And you're going to score that at 2 inches, and then you're going to score it again at 4 inches, then you're going to score it at 8 inches, and then your last score is at the 10-inch mark. And that will give you this. The next thing that you're going to do is to take your, cutter, your trimmer, and you're going to insert this lengthwise at 1.5 inches from one end. And you just make sure it's lined up here. And you're going to line it up at the 10-inch mark and score down to the 2-inch mark. Then you're going to take it and you're going to reverse it, and you're going to do that again, lining it up at the 1.5 inch on both sides. This time you're going to score from the 2-inch score line up to the 10-inch score line, just like that. The next thing that I did is I'm going to fold this back. I'm going to fold this one to the inside. I'm going to turn it over, fold the next score to the back. Then I'm going to fold to the inside. This part was a little confusing to me at first, so I found a simpler way to do it. Then you're going to score to the back again. And that's going to give you something that looks like that again. I took this and folded it at this line, so these two came in to that back flap. Then I took and I folded these back, and this one folds to the back, and then you just flop it over and that will give you something that looks like this. Your inside of it is going to kind of look like double X's with one big X in the middle. And to me, that was a lot more simpler to fold than what it was showing on the video. The next thing that I did was I took my pattern paper and I cut little squares to fit in here in each little section. So I think I cut them like 1/4 of an inch shorter, and I cut and just chose the papers that I wanted. And since these papers were two-sided, I used the back side of a lot of them to accomplish what I wanted to do. So then I went, oh, I missed one square, and I laid all my papers out and decorated that the way that I wanted to. Then I took this punch, and on my Cricut, using one of my cartridges that had the circle, I think I used, hold on and I'll tell you. I used Home Decor, and I cut this circle at 4 inches. Then I went ahead and following the 4-inch mark here, I cut it and punched it, and it gave me this. This scalloped edge here is this punch by Marvy. Then I took my gel pen and I added a little dot all the way around, and I punched out one of the flowers from here and adhered it there. This is another one of the little flowers from this pack. This is the saying that came from the Stampin' Up, and it says, "May happiness be yours today and always." And then I stamped little scallops from that Heidi Grace little frames in the corner. This is just a ribbon from Hobby Lobby. This was a Martha Stewart ribbon that I picked up on clearance. This right here was just a piece of paper that I used on my threading water punch, and I cut it, flipped it around, and punched it again, so it gave me this design. This right here is another one of the flowers from this punched part. This is another one of those flowers. Then from that same stamp set of Heidi Grace, I went and stamped this flourish at the bottom and the thinking of you. And I tried to make my corners matching, and I see I forgot one right here. So I'm going to go ahead and add something to that corner real quick. Let me see if I can find what I did with that stamp set. You know, I think I'm just going to add this. I had made this flower here before. This was just Prima and something else. And I think I'm going to add that flower into that corner just because. So I'm going to take a little pop-up dot, peel it back, add it to here, and stick it in that corner. Might actually take 2 of them. So I think I'll do that since I just have the smaller dots. I'm just going to add it down here in this corner. And that is my finished card. Then to fold it back up, I might actually put one of the little metal rings on this corner to hold, just to keep the card shut, because once you get it all embellished, it is kind of bulky. But there it is again. Bye.